Do you ever get nervous in large social settings? That pit in your stomach when all eyes are on you? Now imagine what someone with avoidant personality disorder, or AVPD, may be experiencing every day. Avoidant personality disorder, or AVPD, is a personality disorder characterized by an enduring and intense fear of judgment, criticism, and rejection in social interactions. It can be likened to navigating life with a constant shroud of anxiety. People with AVPD experience social situations as though they were walking on a tightrope, where even minor interactions can evoke a heightened sense of panic. In essence, AVPD is more than mere shyness. It represents an extreme manifestation of social apprehension. This heightened fear can lead individuals to actively avoid social gatherings and activities, thereby limiting their participation in various life experiences. The key here is understanding that this is a real and challenging condition, but with the proper support, it's possible to break free from the fear and build a brighter, more fulfilling life. Now that we know what AVPD is, let's look at some of the possible causes. The biggest known cause of AVPD is genetics. According to a study conducted by Jerde and colleagues, 64% of AVPD cases are caused by heritable genetics. This means that 64% of people living with AVPD have a family history of it. Although genetics plays a role in the development of AVPD, it is not the only one. Personal history and early life experiences also play a critical role. AVPD often has its roots in early childhood experiences. Growing up in an environment marked by criticism, neglect, or emotional abuse can significantly contribute to its development. These early experiences can create deep-seated fears and insecurities that persist into adulthood. Furthermore, a person's attachment style plays a significant role in the development of AVPD as well. Attachment styles are like the emotional scripts we develop based on early experiences with caregivers. A fearful attachment style arises when a child's primary caregivers are inconsistent in their responses. A child's emotional needs may not be consistently met, and they may even experience trauma in their interactions with caregivers. This early experience sets the stage for an intense fear of both getting close to people and being far away from them. It's like being caught between a rock and a hard place emotionally. People with a fearful attachment style can fluctuate between desperately seeking connection and then pushing others away when they start to get too close. This attachment style can over time contribute to the development of AVPD. The intense fear of being judged, criticized, or rejected in social interactions becomes heightened due to the conflicting emotions generated by the fearful attachment style. The individual may desire connection but fear it at the same time. This internal tug-of-war can lead to the avoidance of social situations as a way to cope with the emotional turmoil. Essentially, the fearful attachment style creates a constant emotional battle within, making it challenging to navigate social interactions and leading to the avoidance behaviors characteristic of AVPD. Now that the main causes of AVPD have been mentioned, we can dive into the illnesses commonly manifested in individuals who suffer with AVPD. Anxiety. First, anxiety disorders often go hand in hand with AVPD. Imagine being in a constant state of unease, where everyday social interactions can trigger a whirlwind of worries. People with AVPD frequently find themselves overanalyzing every interaction out of fear of being judged, criticized, or rejected. The anxiety caused by these disorders can be paralyzing, affecting both personal and professional life. Think of it as a never-ending mental loop, where every interaction becomes a source of distress. As a result, social interactions become daunting, and the fear of them can lead to avoidance, reinforcing the cycle of anxiety. Major depressive disorder. Moreover, AVPD frequently leads to major depressive disorder, marked by persistent sadness, hopelessness, and a loss of interest in once enjoyable activities. Individuals with AVPD may develop a deep sense of inadequacy, often tied to the fear of criticism or rejection. The emotional pain compounded by the isolation resulting from AVPD can become overwhelming, affecting one's quality of life and daily functioning. Substance use disorders. Substance use disorders often emerge as a way to cope with the intense distress associated with AVPD. People may turn to substances such as alcohol, drugs, or even prescription medications to self-medicate and numb the emotional pain. It's like attempting to find temporary escape from the ever-present anxiety and self-doubt. However, this coping mechanism tends to create new problems, further complicating an individual's life. AVPD can show different symptoms depending on each individual and their situation. These symptoms can create many challenges in one's social and professional life. Although there are many symptoms, the main ones are as follows. Persistent avoidance of social interaction. Individuals with AVPD often go to great lengths to avoid social situations. They may decline invitations, miss out on gatherings, or even make excuses to avoid gatherings, work meetings, or parties. This is driven by a deep-seated fear of judgment or criticism. Extreme sensitivity to rejection. People with AVPD are hypersensitive to rejection and negative feedback. They tend to interpret innocent comments as criticism and may replay such interactions in their minds, amplifying the perceived rejection. Fear of embarrassment. The fear of embarrassment or humiliation in social situations is a common feature of AVPD. This fear can be so overwhelming that individuals may opt to avoid situations altogether. Self-imposed isolation. Avoidance can lead to self-imposed isolation, limiting personal and professional growth opportunities. This isolation can contribute to depression and loneliness. Many more symptoms can also suggest an individual presenting with AVPD. However, these are more common ones to look out for. The main treatment for AVPD currently is the use of psychotherapy. To be more specific, two types of psychotherapy approaches are used the most: cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT, and psychodynamic therapy. CBT is an amazing technique that can unlock the doors of change. It's a well-established therapy that helps individuals identify and challenge negative thought patterns and beliefs. This is crucial for someone with AVPD because they often hold deeply ingrained beliefs that they are inadequate or that others will criticize or reject them. CBT also helps individuals reframe these thoughts, replacing them with more balanced and constructive ones. It equips them with the skills to cope with social situations, gradually reducing avoidance. Psychodynamic therapy is a valuable treatment option for AVPD, focusing on exploring the unconscious mind, defense mechanisms, and past relationships. It helps individuals uncover the root cause of AVPD and gain self-awareness. Through this therapy, individuals develop healthier coping skills and work towards lasting change. As mentioned earlier in the video, AVPD is usually present with disorders such as social anxiety disorder and a major depressive disorder. However, there are no medications to treat AVPD specifically. There are medications that can help treat the anxiety and major depressive disorders. A class of medications called selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs, are able to alleviate symptoms of depression and anxiety. With these disorders taken care of, it becomes easier for the individual to manage with the AVPD and build healthy coping strategies and skills. If you or someone you know is dealing with AVPD or any mental health issue, please remember you are not alone. Seeking professional help is a crucial step towards managing AVPD. Therapists, counselors, and support groups can provide guidance and a sense of community. Organizations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness offer resources and information, and online forums can connect individuals to others who share similar experiences.